everybody, Sara Jackman here today to talk to you about why we should be eating an organic diet. Life today is full of stresses and choices, and what we eat shouldn't be one of our major stresses, but it is, unfortunately. We're barraged by so many different diet plans claiming to be the ultimate for your body that it can be very difficult to determine which one is actually genuinely the best. So I'm here today to show you some of the benefits of an organic diet and why this can be not only very beneficial but also can be doable. So let's look at some of the positives of why an organic diet is so great. First, I took a look at the article, Organic Foods Contain Higher Levels of Certain Nutrients, Lower Levels of Pesticides, and May Provide Health Benefits. This was written by Walter Crinan. He is a nutritional naturopathic doctor. This was published in Alternative Medicine Review, April 2010. In this article, he noted that an organic diet will have higher levels of vitamins and minerals, such as 27% more vitamin C, 21% more iron, 29% more magnesium, 13.6% more phosphorus, and 15% fewer nitrates. He also noted that it will have a lower pesticide content. He didn't give me an exact percentage on how much lower because it is very difficult to regulate and actually eliminate pesticides completely from our produce. This is due to the fact that pesticides are so heavily used in traditional farming. He noted that in the years 2000 and 2001, both of those years, a good 5 billion pounds of pesticides were applied. Of that, only 0.1% reached its target. That leaves 99.9% of those used pesticides in circulation in our soil, in our air, in our water, and circulating throughout. So we can't completely get rid of our pesticides because of this, but what we can do is greatly reduce the amount of pesticide that we're exposing ourselves to by not actively applying it to our food. He also noted that an organic diet is showing a lot of promise and a lot of potential for suppressing the mutagenicity of various environmental toxins. By reducing this mutagenicity, it reduces our risk of cancers, and with cancer being one of the major diseases today, that is huge. Next, I looked at the article, What's So Great About Organic Food? This was written by Jeffrey Kluger. He is an editor at Time Magazine, professor of science journalism, and an attorney, and this was printed in Time Magazine, August 18th, 2010 edition. In it, he looked at the fact that an organic diet has reduced antibiotic and growth hormones. Science is looking at the upsurge of premature puberty, specifically in our girls, with girls hitting puberty as early as 8 years old more and more commonly. They question whether this is due to our increased rates of obesity in our country, or if it's because we're exposing ourselves to more and more growth hormones through our diet, or if our obesity is in itself also tied into the amount of growth hormones that we're exposing ourselves, and then just kind of causing something of a cascade. Science and medicine at this point can't answer that definitively, but it is something that they're questioning. He also noted that grass-fed cattle have a higher omega-3 fatty acid to omega-6 fatty acid ratio, with our omega-3 fatty acids being our heart-healthy fatty acids. This is why, foods such as, salmon and such is being endorsed so strongly today. So, if you are that red meat steak eater, by eating a grass-fed steak, you can at least feel happy that you are eating something that's a little bit more heart healthy for you. He then did list as a downfall of organic diets that it is a little bit more costly, stating that on average it's 13 to 36 cents more per pound to eat organic than it is to eat a traditional grocery consumer diet. I do want to present the question to you guys that is to not let this be something that stops you, because you don't have to go out and just change your entire diet to organics today. You can start by implementing organic foods into a few of your most commonly consumed products, produces, meats, milk, something like that, And while you are increasing your cost, you it's not that great, and you're doing it in small baby steps. Also, our markets today are definitely supply and demand, and so by placing a greater demand on our organic produce, we're going to then see a greater supply, and a greater supply will then eventually start bringing our prices down. Lastly, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to change my diet to something if it doesn't taste good. So I looked at the article, Farm vs. Supermarket by Josh Ozarski. He's also an editor at Time Magazine and has a master's in journalism. And this article was also published in Time Magazine, August 8th, 2010 edition. And in it, they had a panel of chefs judge the flavor content of organic versus supermarket. And the organics won in chicken, beef, white nectarines, tomatoes, pork, and eggs, with there being a draw for carrots and goat cheese, and the supermarket not winning any of these categories. So obviously we're having a lot of good flavor in our organic foods. I want to show you, I brought along a couple of eggs. This one is a farm egg, actually from my parents' place, and then this one's a supermarket egg. Cracked open, this is what they look like. Farm egg, lots of color, also has lots of flavor. Supermarket egg, not as much color, not as much flavor. It's also got a thinner consistency to the white portion than what this one's a little bit more viscous. And then I just wanted to show you my lovely zucchini that I got at Farmer's Market for $1.50. Thank you.